Hotel Echo Lima Lima Oscar. Good evening from London, England. Or should I say good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Or good night and rest well to you all around the world. Talking about all, and I say all you football fans around the world. From your host, your guy himself, the one and only and truly, DLG repping. You see that there? Dele, London Gunner, Space, Romeo's, Echo, Papa, Indigo November. So I'm doing the review of Arsenal 0, Liverpool 2. For me, I felt the Arsenal were sharper in the first 15-20 minutes. Or if I'm being honest, the first 10-15 minutes we were much sharper. After the 15 minutes of that game, Liverpool grew into the game and they were hungrier. They were more quicker than us, stronger than us, and a lot more clinical in front of goal than what we were. And they bossed the midfield, and that's something that we don't have at the moment because numbnuts after numbnuts decided to allow Maitland-Niles to go. Partey and El Neni went to the African Cup of Nations. That's fine. But to allow Ainsley Maitland-Niles to go, that does not make any sense. He could have played in that game alongside Lokonga. Silly. It just don't make sense. And we filled in Martin Odegaard in that position. Well, he was restricted from affecting the game from a positive note because he likes to play behind the number 9. But again, we were just so lackluster, flat, ambitionless. It was just not good enough. It was a shambolic performance, if the truth be told. We were shambolic after the first 15 minutes, and Liverpool were allowed to control that semi-final, especially in the midfield. Massive credit for Liverpool in that midfield. Fabinho and Henderson were heads and shoulders above anyone in our midfield, and that's the truth. I didn't think Saka was too bad, but he wasn't really on it. Martinelli, probably our better performer. The defence, it was an off night. Benjamin White, not the best of games. Gabriel Dos Santos Miguelis, not good enough. Tomiyasu, that's the worst game he's had since he signed from Bologna. Kieran Tierney, again, disappointing with his crossing. Aaron Ramsdale, for the first goal, he shouldn't allow. That was a tame and lame shot, and it should never have trickled past him. How did it go past? It just rolled past him. It's a basic save. But again, allowing Diego Horta to go on his strong foot, that is just silly. Utter silly defending. Schoolboy. Without further ado, let's get into the player ratings. In goal, Aaron Ramsdale. As I just said just now, he should never allow that shot to go past him. I might be a little bit critical here, and I'm going to be a little bit critical because he's been absolutely sensational since he's signing from Sheffield United. But the first goal, he's allowed it more or less in the middle of the net. When he looks back at that, he knows he could do better. Second goal, there was nothing much he could do. He had to come out and make himself as big as he possibly could. But for me, nah, not enough. For Ramsdale, I'm going to have to mark him a 5. Tomiyasu, he has to have a 4. The worst game he's had since he's become an Arsenal player. He was slipping all over the place, as if he had the wrong footwear, gave the ball away, lost the ball in vital situations, and yeah, just made life a little bit difficult for himself. You know, I didn't see that Tomiyasu that was solid earlier in the season, that was making vital tackles, interceptions, and driving forward. I didn't see enough of that for me. and that can't be too much his fault. I'm going to give him a 4. Benjamin White, how do I assess him? He wasn't too bad, but he wasn't too good. Won his fair share of headers. Well, did he win any headers? I think he won a couple or more than a couple of headers, but he wasn't the best. He was caught out for the Jota goal. He allowed Jota to go on his strong side. Yeah. Did make his mistakes as well. I think he made mistakes. I'm going to have to give him a 5. Gabriel dos Santos Miguelis. Poor game. His positioning was wrong. He played Jota onside for the killer goal. Unaware of the offside trap, you know. But maybe all is not his fault, because Benjamin White must be screaming at him to step up. But he, gave Ben White, I don't know what he was looking at for that second goal. He should be screaming at Miguelis, look, we need to step up, play this guy offside, prevent a second goal. Nah, not enough for me. I'm going to give him a 4. Left back Kieran Tierney, frustrated me in an offensive areas where he didn't bomb on forward enough, and he found himself. He just found himself struggling to get into the game and to cope. Defensively, he wasn't too bad, but he wasn't that good. I mean, Caden, the young boy, he should have buried that. He got ahead. Well, to be fair, Tierney did his best to try and prevent that the shot, but it went over the bar. But all in all, 4. Right, the midfield. On the wing, Bukayo Saka. Average game. Yes, he tried to make things happen. I get that. He was trying to be direct. I see him try his best to spark some light into the offensive part of our game, and he didn't really get into the game too much. 4. Emil Smith, was it Emil Smith who played? Oh, no. Martin Odegaard, I thought he was alright. He was okay. Nothing spectacular. Neat passes, neat touch, first touch. You could see that he tried his best. I'm going to mark him a 6 without being too spectacular. Samuel Okonga, again, he wasn't too bad, but he definitely wasn't the best player in the red and white shirt, or the best performer in the red and white shirt, for definite. Played a fabulous ball to Lacazette, who should have scored. He should have that effort on target. Not good enough. Other than that, he won his fair share of tackles. He battled as best he can. That's what I like. So I'm going to give him a 6. If that's too high, then drop it in the comment section below. Martinelli, you know what? I don't fault his effort, his commitment. He drove at the Liverpool wing back. Gave him a game, gave him something to think about. Trent Alexander-Arnold. It was just hard. But for me, even Jurgen Klopp praised him for his efforts. I'm going to give him a 7, because at least he's the one who really pushed it for me. He pushed the Liverpool defenders to the limit. Right, Emil Smith Rowe, poor. The worst game he's had in a red and white shirt since he's come from the youth academy. Not good enough, just out of his depth that night. He looked lost. He couldn't get into the game. Very quiet. I'm going to have to give him a 3. Up top, Lacazette missed a glorious opportunity that was presented nicely nicely by Albert and Boyo Sambi Lokonga. I can't say no more on this guy. Let me just have a look at my tablet because I need to talk about the substitutions. Right, if I come out of what I'm doing, yeah. Sorry about this. Alright. Lacazette didn't work hard enough, you know. He's meant to be the guy leading the press from the front, and he didn't work hard enough at times. Didn't show enough desire, lack of effort, just a lack of everything again. I'm going to give him a 4. Right, let's go to, where am I? Right, let's have a look at the substitutions. How do I mark them? Do bear with me. Right. Oh yeah, here we go. Thomas Partey, a sorry 1. Now, I do feel some sympathy for him because he's been knocked out of 2 tournaments in 24 hours. But the reality is, I don't think he should ever have participated in that game, even as a substitute. Not because of the 2 yellow cards he took, but for me, he looked rusty. He really looked like he was jet lagged. He should never have started that game, or he should never have been on the bench. You know, he should never have come on. That's not all down on him. I'll get to the manager later on. I'm gonna give him a rusty. I'm gonna give him a 1. Who else the other sub? We only made 2 substitutions. Is that it? Eddie Nketiah. I don't thought with 16. He had 16 minutes to make an impression, and for me, I just don't get what he brings to the team. I don't get what he offers. I just don't get his game, other than running at the defenders when they have the ball to close them down. But other than that, I just don't get what he really does. He's not clinical enough, obviously, and when there's chances presented to him, he scuffs them. I'm going to give him a 3. I didn't see anything from Eddie Nketiah to suggest that we were going to be more threatening from an offensive point of view, so I'm giving him a 3. Right, right. Mikel Arteta waited. He should have bought he should have made the substitutions earlier. We were crying out for. If we were crying out for Partey, he should have come on a lot earlier. Sorry, I'm a bit tired here. Do forgive me. I mean, defensively, he picked the best defenders he could have picked, and they let him down. Tomiyasu and Lacazette were booked on our team. I don't know how do I assess Arteta's. Yeah, for me, I don't think he motivated them at half time in the changing room. For me, they were worse off in the second half than they were in the first. He didn't motivate them hard enough. Whatever he said, it had little effect on the pitch, and it wasn't a positive effect. I can tell you that for free, because we were just so second best all over that park, especially in the midfield battle. We were second best, and Liverpool are one of the best teams in the world, and it's not a fact of allowing them to have the ball. It's a fact of we not performing off the ball. You know, we're not doing enough to limit Liverpool's time on the ball, and they had a lot of time on the ball. And for me, Arteta has to take a 2 out of 10. The referee, looking at the judging by the yellow cards, Curtis Jones, Lacazette, Takahiro Tomiyasu. Well, I think he got them spot on. I think he allowed the game to flow. There wasn't any really bad tackle in that game, apart from Thomas Partey's reckless tackle on Fabinho, and rightfully so. He gave him his second yellow card and he walked. I'm going to give him a 7. The fans last night, massive rating to them for turning up in their numbers and making themselves heard directly. It's always pleasing that the fans are getting behind that team, getting behind the boys, should I say. I'll give him a 10 out of 10. So there you are. I'm going to wrap this up and say, ladies to the gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, allow me to say thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. And if you can hear me, saving the best to last, as I always do. Thank you so much for putting up with me. I'll be back again, if not later on for tomorrow, with another DLG Reppings Daily Transfer News and my preview for the Arsenal v Burnley game. That one, I can't wait to pick the midfield. Anyway, have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. Take care of your friends. Take care of your families. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Peace again, love again, and bless again. Until next time, DLG Repping. We'll talk again. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Do all of that for me, yeah? I'm out of here. Just please be nice.